welcome to Eat This with EcchiTenshi. I'm here today with my victim husband. Kind of comes with the territory, husband, victim, same thing. Today, he wants me to try a Japanese imported beer, which I'm not too excited about because I don't like beer.
Kirin Ichiban. It's brewed by the traditions of Japan, but it's actually brewed in Canada. So it's Canadian-made Japanese beer, and it's actually not really beer. It's more like malt liquor, kind of like Mickey's.
And then we have some nuts to eat. Well, fruit. We have lychee, fresh lychee.
Yeah. She has never had fresh lychee, but she loves the flavoring.
Everything else.
Yeah. Everything else lychee. Now me, I do not like the artificial lychee flavor, and I cannot stand anything that tastes like the canned lychee, because the texture of canned lychee is literally like eating wet zombie flesh. So that's what I think of when I taste anything that even comes close to that. But fresh lychee tastes very different.
What's really awesome is those little lychee jelly cups. He cannot stand the smell of.
Because they use the canned lychee in them. It's like pickled lychee in them.
Yeah,
It's
but
nasty.
his reaction to smelling it is priceless. So, whoever wants to challenge him, he can handle wasabi, but he cannot handle anything lychee that is not a fresh lychee.
Thanks.
Or maple.
You had to throw that one in there. Okay.
Maple or lychee. Take your pick, vote, comment down below what you want him to eat with the challenge. Lychee or maple. Those are worse than wasabi to him.
Yeah.
As you can tell, he is just so excited.
Thanks for making it now.
I love you.
Okay, she's never eaten one of these. I've eaten these, I think, on like 4 or 5 occasions. There's a trick to them, because the outside is like...
I just got squirted by one.
Yeah. It's
Right
like...
down the shirt.
It's like thorny on the outside. It literally...
Yeah, it's...
You describe what you think the outside...
It feels kind of like a baby pine cone. Like, it's pokey. And then if you... It's squishy. But don't squish it too hard, because that's how I just had some just go flying down my shirt and all over my face.
Yeah. So there's a special way you're supposed to
don't go like this. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Because you'll get a facial of lychee juice. So
here's the trick. First, you break the stem off like this and try and pull that little like membrane with it. You have to do it slow.
Nope.
Well, no, you didn't do it.
I failed.
That's okay. That's the first step. The next step is take your thumb and kind of push it into that soft area, and then roll your thumb to make, like, see, it kind of peels back like this.
Yeah.
No, like you roll it kind of like this, and then it makes like an opening in the top, a round opening in the top, just like that. Okay, just to do the top, and then you'll get like a round top opened up like that.
And these are mostly brown. With a little bit of red on the...
Right, that's when they're actually ripe, is when they're brown with a little bit of red showing, okay? Don't peel the whole thing. Let me show you how to do it right. Okay, so you just make a little round on top, okay? And then you...
See my white flesh right here? And it kind of feels rubbery.
Yeah. And then what you do is on the bottom... Don't eat it yet.
I'm not.
What's it smell like? Lychee, right?
No.
No, it doesn't smell... It tastes... Okay, so... Then you kind of pinch at the bottom, and then it like breaks apart the skin a little bit, and then you pinch it, and then it opens at the bottom. Okay? Then you have a top and bottom open.
Golly. It's like, kind of like trying to eat it inside of a pine cone.
Yeah. So that's okay. That's all you need. Now, then you grab both sides like that. See, like you put your thumb here,
See my bottom.
and then you put your finger on the other, and then you peel it away towards there, and then it'll kind of crack apart, and there you go. And then it opens, just like that, if you do it right. And it opens up, and then you have the fruit. Might have a little bit of skin here and there, but the fruit comes out like a whole piece. There is a pit in there, and it looks kind of like a Brazil nut on the inside. So you can do it two ways. You can like bite one half of it up to the seed, or you can pinch the bottom like that and just peel the flesh away from the pit, and you can eat the whole thing. There you can see, you can just kind of peel the flesh away from the pit. And then this part's kind of tough, the meat at the top of it, so you can like chew away at it if you want to, but it really doesn't taste as good as the rest of the fruit. And you can see the seed leaves like a stain on the inside of the fruit. And she's gonna try it first. I've tried these before. I love the natural fruit. To me, I'm gonna let her taste it and see what she thinks of it. The smell still kind of gets to me a little bit. You didn't get the whole seed out?
No, I didn't. I'm just.
Oh, you don't? No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. That part's fine. You eat that part. So, like, yeah, take a piece. And it is like a citrus, so it's actually in sections. You just... No, take a bite of it. What is that? Take a bite.
Kind of feels like flesh.
It really, yeah, it has, especially if it's pickled, it has... No, put it in your mouth and taste it, because unless you chew it, you have to chew it all together. Like, chew it and leave it in your mouth while you're chewing it.
Well, it gave me goosebumps. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Describe the flavor.
It's like sweet, and it's sour, kind of like bitter sour. Well, not really sour. It's like bitter.
Just think of the closest thing that it tastes like to you.
Beats me. I have no clue.
Okay.
I've never tasted something like this before.
The closest flavor is a combination between a green grape and a very ripe plum. That's the flavor combination.
Kind of, yeah.
A green grape and a very, very ripe plum.
It has the sweetness of the plum.
Mm-hmm.
And the bitterness of the green grape.
Right, it's like the same tart as a very...
But it's like if I were to take a chunk out of his arm and start chewing on it.
It has a very... like a resistive texture. I wouldn't say it's rubbery, it's resistive, but if it's pickled, it literally tastes, and the texture of it is just like biting some kind of wet flesh. So it's kind of gross. Kind of like if you like had your finger all pruny from being in the pool too long, and you like bit it and you get that rubbery sensation on your teeth. That's exactly what it's like when it's pickled. So we'll do a little palate cleanser in between, which are Asian white cherries. Now I've had these. There's a larger variety of the same cherry that is called a Queen Anne. Mm-hmm. They're very, very close to Queen Anne, but they're not quite. These are actually like import type cherries. They're white cherries. They're like the ones, you know how you see the little pink petals falling in the back of the anime? This is the white cherries, where you see the white petals.
And either pink. Ah, this one has a heart shape.
That's awesome.
See, it has a heart shape. I doubt you can see it, but that's cute.
They're all kind of
like,
yeah,
like the yellow right there.
Yeah,
that's cute.
They're milder than like a red cherry, and way sweeter than a black cherry. Should have had extra napkins here. Alright. Clean your hands off. Oh, you have an extra napkin. Of course, she's prepared. Didn't tell me what I needed.
You had these before. You're supposed to know.
Well,
You
these
were
are
the
really
expert.
juicy too. They're usually not this juicy, so these must be really fresh, or like really ripe. Okay. Kirin Ichiban. Okay, it's just like an American beer bottle, but it's like a Heineken that you have to pop the top, so it's not screw
This
top.
is what I'm not too excited for.
Yeah. And for some reason, they don't put a very big like notch in it like they do in America. I guess they like open it with their teeth or something in Canada, so they don't. All right.
Just a little. That's
Right.
enough.
I have to pour it so you don't get foam.
That's enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Does not smell pleasant.
she's not a beer person, so I'll let her taste it, and you can get the reaction from somebody.
He's just doing this for your entertainment. Like I said, maple or canned lychee.
All right. Go ahead. And when you drink it, like, don't take a big gulp of it. You sip it. You let it go
Well,
into
I
your
know
mouth, and then
That's what I do because I don't like it. Smells like piss.
No.
Like bubbly piss.
Okay. Just describe the palette of flavors from a non-beer drinker standpoint.
Piss flavored vomit.
Okay. I drink that. I've had like all but this one so far of this pack. So it's like very smooth when it on your tongue. It's not all bubbly like say like a light American beer. When it goes on your tongue, it doesn't like make your tongue all tingly and stuff. You can taste the carbonation. That's about it. And if you leave it on your tongue, then it's not that strong of a flavor. If you leave it on your tongue, if you drink it right away, it leaves a horrible aftertaste in your mouth. And that's the hops. It's just like, say, Heineken or I can't think of it. Like a Raw & Sons. There's probably not very many of those people out there that have actually tasted Raw & Sons since it's a local brewery.
Oh, this is the one that jizzed on me.
But yeah, it's more like for the palate of people who like imported beers. It's kind of hopsy aftertaste, but when you're drinking it, it's more like a smooth light beer rather than like Shiner Bock or something really dark and bitter. So. You gonna finish that?
No.
Okay. Well, let's finish this.
Well, I'm gonna go eat me this because this tastes a lot better than that. So, whoever wants to decide his challenge, the more the merrier. the more suggestions on, whatever one by... Okay, so let's do it by next Friday. And then whatever one wins, he will reluctantly do. So until the next time.
Thank you, promise.
Bye.